Hey folks, Waffles coming at you with another ration, this time a 24-hour first strike ration. We've got a menu 6 here, 2027 inspection date. And, why is this thing blowing out all over the place? Well, it's simple. Once again, old Waffles opened up the ration before I was thinking I wanted to film the thing. So now we're going to have to back it up a little bit. I think what we're going to do this time, though, is we're going to get all the components laid out. We'll get like an overhead shot of that. And then we'll come back and we'll talk about each component that's inside the ration. And I might even have my son help me out a little bit here. All right, folks, so here's the overhead shot of everything that comes in the first strike ration. Again, this is menu 6. You can see I got to span the phone around quite a bit here to get everything in shot because we got a lot of individual components to talk about. So let's get into that. All right, folks, here we go. Let's get started on individual components. So we've got a trash bag come with it. You can either pack components that you're not using into this bag, or you could put your trash in this bag and you can take it out with you. So it's useful either way. Next, we've got, of course, our MRE spoon, everybody's favorite spoon. I don't know, if you have a favorite spoon, put it in the comments down below and let me know what country your favorite spoon is from. I do have a helper with me today, my son, who's bringing some of the things into camera view. What do we got here? Everybody's favorite mini bottle of Tabasco. So we're seeing less and less of these in MREs nowadays as they get replaced by things like picante seasoning and powdered hot sauce. But these can still be found in the FSRs. Also, some of the, like 2020 to 2025 MREs, and also I think these are still fairly current even in the current MCWs. Coming up next, we'll take a quick look at the accessory kit here. So you can see this one's pretty simple. No coffee or creamer in this one. So if there's no coffee, you're not going to find creamer, you're not going to find sugar, and you're not going to find the Splenda. But what we do have are 3 moist towelettes, the TP, matches, and of course, everybody's favorite, MRE gum. Now we'll move on to a couple of the beverages that are included in the FSR. So right here, we've got the strawberry banana dairy shake powder. This is a fantastic drink if you've never had one before. Chocolate hazelnut protein beverage can kind of just get lost out in the woods and never return home, in my opinion, when you compare it to things like this. Now we have just a standard beverage base powder. This is the lemon lime one. Again, pretty standard. You reconstitute this thing, it's going to be like super bright green. We might do that in the video. We might not. I tend to save a lot of these things. Like I said, I don't like to drink my calories. So I tend to keep big stacks of these and then I just give them away. Coming up next, we got a beef stick, teriyaki variety here. Some people love these things. Some people hate these things. Me, I'm kind of in the middle on them. I mean, they're not my favorite, and they're not my least favorite. All right, now these guys. Let's talk about these guys for a minute. Unique to the first strike rations only, you've got the first strike bar. This thing here happens to be one that's of the mini variety, I think. Yeah, apple cinnamon mini, you can see there, 150 calories. These are great snacks. They'll keep you going. Cran raspberry, of course, is the GOAT for me. Everybody knows that. I mentioned it numerous times on the MRE subreddit and in my reviews as well. All right, coming up next, we've got a mocha dessert bar. So if you never had one of these, you need to find one. They're fantastic. They're probably the closest thing to fudge that you're going to find in a ration. And again, these are pretty unique to the FSRs. You might find one of these in an MRE somewhere. But they're few and far between. So when you do get one, they're a great snack. They're super calorically dense, though. They're 220 calories. So you got to be careful with them. If you're not a soldier, you don't want to really eat, 10 or 12 of these things. But if you're out on a hike, these are perfect food to take on the go. All right, next we've got another Bridgeford product here, the apple turnover. A lot of people love these. I love them myself. I don't heat these in an FRH, folks. These go straight into my air fryer now, about 10 minutes at 350, and they're wonderful. You got to get the cross section, delicious apple filling on the inside. It's just fantastic. All right, now we have a truly unique FSR item here. Behold, the bagel plain For folks that didn't know, these exist. You can buy them on like Epidemic Proof and stuff. You can buy, 24, 100 of them, whatever in the packages. But they're plain bagels and they're actually not bad. There's a menu that actually has tuna fish in it. It's not this menu, unfortunately, but you can make a nice tuna salad with a mayo packet that's in there and put it on the bagel. And it's great. All right, now we've got our nut raisin mix with pan-coated chocolate disc. Sorry about the camera centering, folks. I'm trying to read the label here as I film, kind of holding the camera. But again, this has been standard mix in MREs for years. Pan-coated chocolate disc is just the military's fancy way of saying M&Ms. Don't get me wrong, I don't think they're actually M&Ms that are in there, but they're just as good. And this is a wonderful mix. I wish it had a little more salt in it. But this is absolutely fantastic trail food on the go. I take these hiking with me all the time. Again, 350 calories, so they pack quite a punch. And then the cranberries. Geez Louise, if you've had any MREs at all, you know the U.S. military loves their cranberries. So you got 200 calories here of cranberries. Normally I split these up into 100 calorie batches and enjoy them that way. I actually love these. I'll take them hiking with me, walking. I take them to work for lunch. I eat them for breakfast sometimes to balance out my calories for the day. So again, just a fantastic snack to have. Right here, again, we've got a very interesting item, the caffeinated chocolate pudding. Yeah, if you didn't know, the FSRs are all about keeping soldiers going. So you'll find caffeinated gum, and you'll find caffeinated mints, and you'll find caffeinated chocolate pudding as well. Everybody's favorite MRE condiment, the cheese spread. This one does not have jalapenos or bacon in it, just a standard cheese spread, but this will be great on that bagel toasted. We might actually have that for one of our meals. All right now we've got the chicken breast garlic fillet seasoned. I mean, again, if you didn't know that these existed, they exist, folks. This is a real, honest and true chicken breast inside of here. It's not some mechanically separated processed garbage. This is the real deal. It does have sort of fake grill marks on it, but the flavor and the texture of these is fantastic. You wouldn't believe these could be shelf stable, but they are, and they're actually quite good. So here's a shot of that nutrition information for this, and they're not really calorically dense. So, I mean, you can enjoy these pretty much as many of them as you want. All right, now we've got here, second to last item, we've got the pork with barbecue sauce and flour tortillas. This one's a little rough around the edges, folks. It's not my favorite thing to eat, but as you always hear me say, I paid for it, so I'm going to get it down. I'll figure out a meal somehow to work this 370 calories in. And again, the air fryer makes these much, much better. Okay, we're down to our last item that came inside there, and you didn't see this in the overhead shot because I'd actually already put it in the cabinet and I forgot about it. But this is the MEG, the Military Energy Gum. This, I think, is the peppermint one. Some people just, the Arctic Mint. Some people hate this stuff. The caffeine that's in there, can give it a bit of an acrid flavor in the mouth. Maybe acidic is the word. Leaves just a bad aftertaste, let's put it that way. So some folks don't really like it. But that's it, folks. That's everything that comes in the 2027 inspection date, menu 6. Hey, folks, Waffles back with you here. We're going to go ahead and whip up this lemon lime beverage base and give it a shot. So I'm going to try and pour this in here while I'm looking at through the camera. It's going to be a real interesting mess, probably, that we're making. Did I miss a bunch, bud?
Not much, actually.
Okay. Good. Well, we can clean it up after. All right, my son here now, he's going to add in the 12 ounces of water that we need. So we just got the water out of the fridge. We measured it there in the cup. We're trying to be real analytical with what we're doing here. Get the lid on these. I love these things. My wife got me these glass mixing vessels here quite some time ago, and they've been fantastic. Let's get that shaken up. And we are not going to pull a Wolfman here. We are not going to down this entire thing in one gulp. Like I said, it's late at night here. It's 10 p.m. at night. This stuff is loaded with sugar and calories, and we're not going to do it. But as you can see, I mean, it really does help to mix it really well in something like this. You can try to mix it in those bags, but I don't know why you'd do that unless you were camping or in the field or something. It's just a hassle, really. All right, let's see if we can get that off. All right, the lid came off pretty good. Let's get a drink here. All right, well, yeah, that's really not too bad. I mean, it's definitely got those lemon lime notes. It's not nearly as sweet as I was thinking it would be, though. I mean, it looks like everything is there. You heard my helper. He said he agreed. It doesn't seem to be as sweet as he was thinking either. But, yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with these things, in my opinion. They taste pretty good. It's just, like I said, I prefer to eat my calories and not drink them. All right, folks. Thanks a lot. Hey, guys. Waffles here. Digging into this Grayson Natural Farms beef teriyaki stick out on a walk. Getting my miles in here. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, okay, so it's got a great texture. You know, just like I would expect from a beef stick. I know a lot of folks say these are like super soft sometimes, but this one is not. Definitely has just like a normal beef stick texture. Flavor's good. Slightly sweet. Teriyaki notes. Traffic going right by me there. But yeah, this isn't too bad. I may start eating more of these. I tend to just give these to my older son who loves to devour them. I know that KZ loves these things as well, but this is pretty good stuff. All right, a lot of traffic going by. Take it easy. Hey guys, Waffles coming back at you here with one of these FSR components. The nut raisin mix with pan-coated chocolate discs. Again, a staple in the MREs for many years with this. Basically trail mix with M&Ms in it. Let's get it out into a bowl here and we can take a look at the contents. And I do have a helper next to me. And we're actually reviewing this right now because he wants to eat it for part of his dinner. So here's the trail mix, guys. You can see we got some really actually big raisins. Look at those things. They're ginormous compared to an M&M. That's crazy. Got some walnuts in there, some peanuts, various other things. So yeah, let's have him take a taste of this, and then he can tell us what he thinks. Can you hear the crunching?
Pretty good.
All right, pretty good. That's the conclusion on the trail mix. So yeah, this is a great snack to throw in your pocket and take with you, and you don't have to worry about it melting in your hand. Thanks, folks. Hey guys, Waffles back again. This time just supplementing my breakfast, that protein shake I normally have. I'm going to have this apple turnover, 280 calories. I love these things, but you got to heat them up. You got to heat them up, folks. Either use the FRH, or in this case, I'm going to put it in the air fryer. So I'm going to do that for a few minutes, and then I'll check back in with you. All right, folks, just a reminder, do not eat, okay? Not a sugar packet, not a salt packet. That's a hurt your belly, make you sick packet. We don't eat those things. Let's check out this apple turnover. There we go. Look at that. So I'm not trying to get it nuclear hot in the oven or anything. We're just trying to warm it up, trying to wake up those flavors, soften the thing quite a bit. I mean, look at that. It's definitely softened up. Let's get a sniff tech. Okay, it smells great. It smells like apples, apple pie filling. Smells like cinnamon a little bit. These brown things on here are like the cinnamon chunks. Let's break it in half here and see if we can get a nice look at the cross section. So there we go. Look at that. I mean, there's actually a nice dispersion of the filling in this thing. I have a feeling it's going to be great. I love these. My kids love them. They're just great for taking on the trail or just eating around the house. Okay, yeah. The texture's perfect on this. It's soft. It's sweet, but it's not overly sweet. That's one of the things that I really like about these. You can definitely feel the texture of the apples on the inside. And it just has a really great chew and a great flavor. I can imagine something like this is just a great morale boost for the troops because it certainly puts a smile on my face. All right, folks, that's it for breakfast today. Take care. Hey, guys, Waffles here again. Let's talk about military energy gum. Again, one of those FSR components, menu 6. this stuff is going to keep you going. Let's get into it and see what it looks like. All right, so there it is in the pack. It's got that crazy blue color. All right, let's try them out. Oh man, that's a lot of gum to chew at one time. Okay, so it's very, very minty, almost like a wintergreen flavor though. Definitely not peppermint, but man, 5 pieces of this is a lot to chew at one time. So yeah, like a ton of wintergreen flavor. The candy coating on the outside is actually really pleasant. And I don't hate this gum. You know, as you chew it, it does get a little bit of a bizarre aftertaste in the mouth maybe. But I kind of like it. So yeah, let's see how long the flavor sticks around. Military energy gum will keep you going. Okay guys, Waffle's back. Like, that was hard to get the camera going here. I guess you were not supposed to take all 5 pieces of this at the same time on the thing. Because I thought it was that much caffeine like in the whole thing, but it's that much per piece. So yeah, a little bit jittery, a little weird here. Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. I only took one of them. It's all good. But yeah, I like this gum. I mean, I would recommend it. The cinnamon, do I like it better than this one? I don't know. Probably not. But they're both okay in my book. Take care, folks. Hey, guys, need a mid-afternoon pick-me-up snack here. So what are we going to try? Cranberries. Again, out of that 2027 inspect date FSR. Let's get it open and take a look. We're probably just going to need half of these this afternoon. Keep the calories somewhat reasonable. We got 200 calories in the whole pack here, so I'll weigh some out and split this to 100. But here you go. I mean, they look fantastic to me. I've never had a problem with these cranberries. You know, sometimes on those raisins, those USMRE raisins, they got this really nasty, oily stuff all over the outside of them. It just makes them unpalatable sometimes. Or at least, you know, not eating a whole bag of them at once. But let's give a couple of these a taste. Okay. These are perfect. You know, the ingredients are cranberries, sugar, and sunflower oil. And the sunflower oil is barely noticeable. They're sweet. They're tart. They have a really nice bite and chew to them, so you get some resistance, and it actually feels like you're eating something that's going to satisfy you a little bit. So yeah, you know, unless you're allergic to these things, you know, and you've never had them, maybe just throw them out because you're like, oh, how good could they be? I strongly encourage you to give them a shot. You know, I wouldn't eat the whole bag in one sitting. That seems excessive, and you'll probably get, you know, flavor fatigue pretty quick. But you know, just having a few as a handful, I mean, they're right on. Thanks, folks. Hey guys, back again. This time we're making this thing. Strawberry banana dairy shake powder drink. So I got my helper here next to me again. Got a funnel that my son 3D printed for me to make all my protein shakes in these containers. Let's get this thing opened and take a look at what it looks like in the package. So, you know, it just looks like a white powder in there. Nothing real cutting edge to that. Let's give it a smell. What do you think it smells like, bud? It smells like banana to me. Yeah, we both said bananas at the same time. Banana's got the prominent aroma coming out of there, so you guys can see that going down the funnel. Absolutely love this funnel. You know, there's few things you get in this world, you know, other than maybe a pair of shoes that you use literally every single day that you wake up. And this is absolutely something that I use every single day. So 300 calories in this thing. It's not trivial, but I'll balance that out, like I said, with my usual morning protein drink at 250, and we'll be right at that 550 mark for breakfast, which is more than acceptable for me. So, all right, pal, go ahead and put the 6 ounces of water going in there. We're using water, not milk. Again, just trying to keep those calories in check. And look at that. We've immediately got some nice color forming on this. So check that out. It's pink. So it looks like strawberry is going to be the dominant color here, but we're not sure if it'll be the dominant flavor. All right, folks, we'll revisit this a little bit later to give it a taste. We're going to have to let this dissolve for a fair bit. Thank you. Hey guys, what's up? We're back. We've got the strawberry banana dairy shake, or Pepto-Bismol here. If that is remarkable. That's exactly what it looks like. Got my helper beside me. Let's have him get a sniff. What do you smell?
Banana.
Banana? Yeah, definitely got banana going. All right, you take a drink first. Let's see what it tastes like. Pepto-Bismol's in.
I'll shoot like a strawberry banana Go-Gurt.
Oh, man. That is so good. We're making fun of it, Pepto-Bismol, but folks, this is absolutely fantastic. It is like perfectly sweet. I think the banana notes are there. There are strawberry notes there, but to me, the best thing about this is just the like creamy, smooth texture that it has in the mouth. It goes down like really easy. That's fantastic. Yeah, I'm going to save the rest of this for my breakfast tomorrow to have with my protein shake. But yeah, this strawberry banana dairy shake powder, you guys get this, give it a shot. Don't just throw it to the side. This one's actually worth drinking. Take care, folks. Hey guys, back with another FSR component. This time, we've got the pork with barbecue sauce and flour tortilla. Hope you can see that. It's awfully shiny with the light. But yeah, 370 calories here. I didn't have much for dinner tonight, so I'm still in quite a calorie deficit. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just throw these things in and have at them. And when I say throw them, so look at that. Jeez Louise. That is the most unflattering series of pork barbecue sauce tortillas I think I've ever seen in my life. I do not eat, folks. Remember, we do not eat those. They will make you sick. Yeah, that is sad. All right, folks, I'm going to put this on pause. We're going to hit these things in the air fryer. I'll be right back. Hey, guys, we're back. Pork barbecue and flour tortilla, fresh out of the air fryer. You know, it looks a little bit better. Maybe a little bit better color. I don't know. Let's go in for a bite. That may have been too big of a bite. So, right off the bat, it's like seriously soft. A little too soft. It's also very, very sweet. And the pork that's inside is minced. And you can tell there. Kind of like minced pork or like super finely diced shredded pork to some extent. I can't say that the flavor's terrible, to be honest with you. I mean, this is palatable. I can eat it. But I don't think this is something that I would want to go, just go out and buy from a website or something to get more of. Let's give it a shot here with some of this Tabasco on there. I really should have left these in the air fryer longer so that they would get crispy. Let's see if that helps. We add a little spicy kick to this sweet. Okay. I think that helps a bit. It's adding that nice vinegar tang to it, as well as the heat. I think this is definitely better with the Tabasco. So we're just going to put it on there. And that's going to be how we finish this up. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to finish this. All right, guys. Clean Plate Club again. It's all gone. Tabasco definitely helped that out. Without the Tabasco, it's just too sweet. You need the Tabasco on there to bring that vinegar, bring that heat. So I really think if you get this menu, consider using the Tabasco on this. I'm not sure you'd want the Tabasco on like the garlic chicken breast with the bagel. So stay tuned for that as well, because that's coming your way too here sometime soon. Thanks, folks. Hey guys, Waffles back with you. We're putting together this last meal from these FSR components. Again, 2027 inspect date, menu 6. We're going to have this apple cinnamon flavor First Strike nutritious energy bar. Those things are fantastic. We're going to have this plain bagel. We're going to toast this thing up and we're going to make us a sandwich. We're going to have this cheese spread on that sandwich. Again, no jalapenos or bacon in this one, just a plain cheese spread, but we'll work with what we got. And then we're going to use this garlic and herb chicken breast as well. So stay tuned. I'm going to do some cooking and we'll be right back. Hey guys, just wanted to show you the FSR chicken breast before I get to shredding it up and cooking it for the sandwich. So yeah, I mean, this is a real deal. Chicken breast. You see the grill marks I was talking about on there, but I mean, this is a legitimate piece of chicken breast. And the smell, it smells great and it tastes great. So stay tuned. Hey guys, back again, just showing you, I mean, we're actually doing the cooking here on the stove. There's the toasted bagels right there. They look fantastic. Got the chicken in here, got some crushed red pepper, some cayenne, some black pepper. We got the cheese spread on there. We're going to get it all mixed up. We'll get it on that bun, and then we'll get a taste. Hey guys, back. There it is. You saw it being cooked. So here's all the chicken with the cheese spread melted inside of it. Got the nice toasted bagel bun. Again, as long as you got a frying pan, you can do this out on the trail or at the campsite or whatever. Let's get a bite. Let's see how good this thing is. Oh man. That is just stupid good. There's no reason something like this should be this good coming out of a ration. It's just fantastic. All right, guys. Well, you can see it, and it's delicious. So I'll, check back in with you again later. Hey, guys. Clean Plate Club again. That sandwich was fantastic. Let's take a look at the apple cinnamon First Strike bar now. All right, there you go. That's what they look like, folks. You got that nice shine on there. Got like a puffed rice or soy blend or something in here that gives it a little bit of crisp. Let's give it a sniff. Oh yeah, just like a wonderful apple cinnamon apple pie sort of smell to that. Let's go in for a bite. Oh yeah. The texture on these is so nice. I mean, if you don't like this kind of chewy, firm texture, you're going to hate these things. But I love it. I'm not a big fan of the mocha one. I'll eat them if I have them because, what I always say, I paid for it, so I'm going to eat it. But this is actually a joy. I know I didn't heat this one up. I just had the hot sandwich, so I was kind of wanting just to keep this room temperature, but this one's still pretty fresh, so it's not like hard or anything really. But yeah, fantastic chew, nice crunch, great flavor. Strongly encourage you guys checking these out. Take care. All right, guys. After all the caffeine wore off from that gum, I need to have a bit more. So I'm going to give a shot at this chocolate pudding. Going to put it in the bowl. Be right back. All right, guys, there it is. Squeezed out from the pouch. Always make sure you get every bit. Let's take a taste. These puddings are great. Is this one as good as some of the puddings in the U.S. halal rations? No. But it's very deep, dark chocolate flavor. Very smooth and creamy. And honestly, I might even notice sort of the bad aftertaste that you get off some of these in this particular one. That's really nice. And it's in the pouch here. I mean, you just tear the top off and squeeze it into your mouth as you're walking. That's kind of the intent anyway. But yeah, this is fantastic. Good pick-me-up. Tastes great. Bye-bye. Hey guys. Waffles back again. Mocha dessert bar from that 2027 inspect date FSR. This is the last component that I've got left, other than just a few cranberries that are just off camera over there. We'll finish those up in the next day or two. This is my dessert tonight. Let's give the sniff check. There it is. Okay, so it just smells, you know, kind of like chocolate, dairy, a little bit like fudge. You can see it's shiny. Texture is very similar to fudge. Snaps. Looks like there's some little, you know, maybe some granules inside of there or something. Anyway, got my helper just off camera. I'm going to let him try a bite. So yeah, I said in the intro, this is about the closest thing you're going to get to fudge in a USMRE or a Ration. And after taking a bite of it just now, I mean, I stand by that. It's not nearly as sugary as fudge that you would get maybe from like a, you know, a candy store. But it still has that, you know, fudgy, chewy texture. The flavor is really nice. What do you think, bud?
It doesn't have that much of a coffee taste, I feel like.
It doesn't. It's definitely in the background. But I think it's there. I think you could, if you drink coffee a lot, I think you're going to pick up on the coffee flavor. So, yeah, this was a great component. And like I said, that wraps up the 2027 Inspect Date FSR Menu 6. All the components were great, folks. You saw me eat them all. And I demonstrated with a little creativity in a frying pan. You can do some pretty amazing things with the components that are provided. And remember, the goal of the FSRs is it's supposed to be food that you can just eat on the go while you're walking. It doesn't require a bunch of preparation other than, you know, reconstituting those beverage bases and stuff. So keep that in mind if you buy these. And also keep in mind that they've been discontinued now. The only, you know, the replacement there is the CCARs, the Close Combat Assault Rations. So these FSRs are going to be harder and harder to find as time goes on because they're not in production anymore. So, you know, get them while you can and try them out. But that brings this review to a close. Take care, folks.